Hello everyone, welcome back to Math with Mr. Fitri. Today we're going to revisit the topics we were talking about before and with the goal of finding x and y when looking at parallel lines and a transversal or two. So let's open up to our textbook page 104, section 2, the first section, with the goal of finding x and y. So let's begin here with A. Again, bear with me as I draw freehand here. Okay. So we're given our two parallel lines. How do we know they're parallel? Well, we got this. Okay. We're also given an angle here, 85 degrees. And then we're told to find x and y. Now, we know certain things about our parallel lines, our transversal, and our corresponding angles, our interior angles, and our alternate angles. So let me ask you, if we're looking at this example, how can we find x? Let's find x first. What is it? Take a moment. What do you think x equals? X equals 85 degrees. Why is that? Well, x and the angle we're given are corresponding angles, okay? Let me write that down here. Corresponding angles, okay? They fall along the parallel lines at the same position in regards to the transversal, okay? So, we know x is 85 degrees. So, how are we going to find y then? Well, we know that this is a straight line, and we know straight lines equal 180 degrees. So, knowing x, we can take 180 degrees minus 85 degrees, and what do we get? 95 degrees, okay? So for our first example, A, x equals 85 degrees, y equals 95 degrees. We are using the information we know to answer the question, to find x and y. All right? Easy peasy. Now, let's move on to B. All right, for B here. Now this is a little different here. We have got, again, pardon my poor drawing skills. We've got parallel lines, I should say. And then we've got two transversals, okay? We're given a couple angles here. Let me get this down, 100 degrees. We're finding x, we're finding y, and guess what? We're given this angle, okay? Now, again, we may have two transversals, but our rules still apply for each, okay? Think about them independently, all right? So think about this transversal and this transversal. We don't have to think about them together, okay? So, let's begin here. Help me out here, ladies, figuratively. How can we find x? What do you think it is? If you said it's 100 degrees, you would be correct. Again, our angle x here is a corresponding angle of the 100-degree angle we are given. Okay? Now, what about y? What do you think that is? Again, if you said 75 degrees, you would be correct, all right? Again, both of these are corresponding angles, all right? Which means that both of these are corresponding. Okay? Pretty straightforward, okay? We're using the information we know. I'm going to keep repeating this. Using the information we know to answer for x and y, okay? Let's move on to C. All right, ladies, for C, again, we're given our parallel line set, and again, two transversals. Now, again, we're given here 80 degrees. Whoops, that's not a very good 8, is it? No, it's not. 80 degrees and 70 degrees. All right. And then we're given x and y. All right. Again, sorry about my handwriting on this app. Not very good. But nonetheless, again, think about this. What does x and y equal? And why do they equal those numbers? Give me a second. Alrighty. If you said x equals 80 degrees and y equals 70 degrees, you would be correct. Again, both of these are corresponding angles, okay? Corresponding, sorry about that. Again, we have to think about these transversals independent of each other, okay? Two transversals using two different sets of corresponding angles, okay? So, excellent, excellent. Now, I know this is pretty simple and straightforward, but we're using those rules we learned last time, and I'm trying to make this easy and straightforward for you, okay? So let's look at D, and then I'm going to set you free to do this on your own. Okay, here we are. Let's get the last one. D. Again, our sets of parallel lines, our transversals, and our nifty angles here. Y, 110 degrees. Over here is X, and 60 degrees. All right. So again, ladies, I'm sure you can guess by now, but what does X equal? 60 degrees. Again, these are corresponding angles, okay? What does Y equal? 110 degrees. Yes, again, they are corresponding angles falling along that transversal, okay? Again, both are corresponding. Okay? Very good. So, we did those examples together. Now, what I'd like you to do, all right, let me write this down for you. Okay, now, again, I want you to, let's just cross this out. Again, with your textbook, though, all right, textbook, I want you to go to page 104, just like we were on, but section 3. Only section 3. Okay? For section 3, again, we are going to be asked to find x and y. Okay? That's the goal. Now, while we just looked at corresponding angles, I want you to think about, all right, again, corresponding angles. I want you to consider alternate angles. And interior angles. Okay. Again, if you need a refresher on how those work, please check out the video. Let's try that again, Dashel. There we go. Video from last class. Okay? So check out the video from the last class to understand how these corresponding alternate and interior angles work and how we can easily find x and y in section 3 of page 104. All right, guys, please do that for homework. I will check it once we are back at school, okay? This is for your grade. So, if you have any questions, please ask them in the forum. Otherwise, good luck and good work. Have a good day.